Adobe Acrobat Studio, your team's home base. Collaborate within a shared PDF space. You've got your docs, your plans, your specs, and then invite the crew to build what's next. They talk up the teamwork, use an updated render. They think that this design could be a contender. And when somebody wonders what's the next step, AI helps you finish the rest. Bolts are tight, now your plan's refined. Run a smoother business when you're all aligned. Do that with Acrobat. Learn more at adobe.com/do-that-with-Acrobat.
This episode is brought to you by Cologuard. Do you know what's really scary? Not screening for colon cancer when you turn 45. The Cologuard test is non-invasive, requires no special prep or time off work, and ships right to your door. In just 3 simple steps, Cologuard takes the scare out of colon cancer screening. If you're 45 or older and at average risk, ask your healthcare provider about the Cologuard test. Cologuard is available by prescription only. Learn more or request a prescription today at Cologuard.com/screen.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
Táisí Vigéisteach le Gaalinn, your favourite bilingual podcast with Ciarán, Cian and Cathal is a Rasharísh.
Exploring the worst, weird and wonderful of Gná Haí an Tail.
Na brodí is massa, is ashtí agus is aintí of life as we know it.
Putting the gay in Gaeilge gach seachtain.
Meet your new gay besties.
Díomh agus fáilte as i Gaalinn lumsa Cathal.
I'm Ciarán.
Agus is Misha Cian.
Woo! Well lads, Ceir go bhfuil sibh, how are we?
Oh my, good tú.
Good my, yeah, go bra.
Feeling gorgeous.
Seachtain na Gaeilge is over, lads.
Wah, wah.
Well, Seachtain na Gaeilge is never open or over on Gaalinn, baby.
Never,
It is Seachtain
absolutely.
na Gaeilge every fucking
Gach
week.
seachtain
here.
agus gach lá.
This is actually on Thomas Tábhachtí for Gaeilge because there's a lot of people that put Curbé Mayor le Lynn Seachtain na Gaeilge, but it's actually what happens in a yeag that is most important.
Dogs aren't just for Christmas and Gaeilge is not just for Seachtain na Gaeilge.
Go on, you!
Oh my God, get that on a t-shirt.
That's actually a great little phrase. Gaalinn merch coming soon.
But yeah. Oh, it's scrawling me. And I really think, like, when I have a bout in my life, like when I was in Goran Traw or when I was in college, when I'm really exposed to Teancán na Gaeilge, it really invigorates my graw for the language and our culture. And I'm just like, oh, I love being Irish.
Yeah, you're kind of horny for Gaeilge.
It's or just
Very
other.
horny for Gaeilge.
Yeah. It's just such a fun like community though, like especially like this year there's so much content out there and like all of the other creators are like helping each other out and they're posting as well, and I think it's just it's been a really really nice. I've enjoyed it. I've had a ball.
Yeah, kind of made already is the new on like Gael Talk like is the new thing. It's viral, like hashtag Gael Talk kind of Ladani. It's like having its moment really. 2025 to August 2026, but it's really nice to see. In Rodella lads, dimmer with our Cade Cleha NGA.
We never mention it,
We're
but not
Rasharísh.
only are we bilingual podcasters, we are also very successful athletes.
We have 2 very successful athletes.
I know. Like, I was horny for myself after that match.
Yeah.
Even though we lost, I was like, Aaron Gaedel Shees, our goalkeeper, dropped out the week of, and our backup goalie dropped out the morning of. Rat bag.
Well, our regular goalkeeper got injured.
Sorry, yes, he didn't drop out.
He didn't drop out.
Yeah, our backup
Poor old
goal.
Kev booked.
Yeah.
Vime, like, I think what did we lose by 8 points?
Yeah,
We don't need to go into that on mic.
yeah, but still, like
It was a very respectable game in my
absolutely.
Yeah, our Caicleha in Cuig, I think I
Yeah,
Yeah, Darren.
Yeah. So that was a long gap. We won our league last year again. We never mentioned that, and we took a very long extended break, and we're just getting ourselves.
I'm
back
feeling
into
that,
it.
and
Yeah, no, Tommy the Rasharísh, but like I was like, I got skinned for the whole game.
What does that mean?
It was a rough one.
Just like when you're put on a really fast lad and he's just like fucking
Yeah, I felt very unfit, man.
like he just kept me outside on the wing and I was like, fuck this.
So you are a Lachuli, which is
go
a
on.
halfback, and you are also your Lachuli freshen. Or if you were going to say, I mean, for 6, you'd say centre Ivor Shea, just very simply.
Yeah.
Or you could say, I'm trying to think, was it Lachuli Ilar?
Darren just Ivershea.
Ivershea.
I loved not being Ivershea though. I loved getting to go run. I got a point. I was gonna say goal. I got a cooling.
Oh, come on.
You got a Cooleen, Cooleen, or you can
Philip
just
Busmore.
say Haran Trasna.
I was honestly, I kicked it and I was like, oh my days.
But that's not what you also are. That's not all you got. I should say.
Yeah, I got a carte bouille, which do you know what? I'm gonna say I didn't actually talk to you about this, Scaffold, but I was saying to the lads on the way home in the car, the referee, V Codrev Ege lesh on Imror Shin. He called the player that I tackled by a nickname. He was like, "Are you all right, Solo?" And I was like, "Oh my god, he's just giving me a yellow because he knows that player." Because I thought it was a very fair tackle.
He definitely knew because they all knew. Like my marker knew who he was.
Yeah,
but
Arcade Downach on Blin Shikacha on Raytor like
on Row,
yeah,
on Row,
yeah.
He was actually giving us like he was on our side technically.
Yeah, but he's very strict. Like he's so strict.
Very fucking not willing to move. Akvisha, this is so like out of character.
I know,
sitting here
like, you're
analysing a football match.
You're welcome to second captains.
Speaking of captains, you're captain of Rasharish.
Yes, captain again. This is my third year now with the armband. Yeah, you don't even get an armband.
Not my captain.
So I just have to try and go fuck yourself. How am I supposed to get attention with no armband?
Get on your nails.
Just paint it across. Yeah, that would really help people.
Oh no, keep them faggy nails out of
there.
there.
I was going to say this.
It is very funny, like for like Riv and Clehe when I go up to do like the coin flip to like pick what side we're shooting, and obviously you have your gloves off to shake the referee and the other captains. You can see them looking down, and they're like, okay,
just here for the door.
Fire on.
I want to know, fellow GAA club or county captains, have you ever played against someone that has nails painted? Anyone? Have you ever faced someone who has ever had nails painted?
Or Kieran Murphy.
Is it just me? Yeah, because
they're in the Kalini.
Yeah.
Right, lads. Will we get into this week's episode?
Let's go.
Cerculor lads, sé am coming over na seachna a rá. Buineann sé seo linn fad, it affects us all lads, and if it hasn't, well tá art, but August, fuck you.
The clap.
Yeah, the clap. Yeah. That's it, guys. We're talking about the clap. No, on Seachtain Show by Migdale playing the Ruddy is Massa is actually August is Inti of renting. Yeah, so from Antir Natalin to the Comrade T, from landlords to housemates, we will be discussing it all. August Nish told me the kind of the Ruddy is Massa. Ní listagum called us on ach cabin go will our listy Anna Ada. So like we have a lot to get through, lads. We want to know your worst stories, but first off, Keen, let the hull, inish them on Rud is Massa fui renting.
I'm going to say, like, very rarely, okay, from Dumhain, from experience, I've had like over, I'd say 40 housemates.
Oh my God.
10 of them were in one house. I think with me, it's such a Russian roulette. I think I am the Marmite of
life in general. Sorry, Selga Generalta, like not just fucking.
Like people either, like out of my housemates, I've either become like besties or I've made fucking arch nemesis. No? Is that the word?
Nemesis.
I think it's nemesis, isn't it?
Oh, nemesis.
Yeah.
Nemesis, I'll say.
Yeah,
but I actually remember on Cade or Vime in Mahoney in Lochlia, I was Jennifer Maastructa in, so Vime in Mahoney in Mullion an hour, Ghost Town, with 10 others in the house. I remember there was this bitch from Cavan. So she was like the mother goose. Okay. She was like the oldest. She was like, she'd kind of been there since she started college and stayed there for like 3 or 4 years after. But it was very much a student house.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was 3 bathrooms in the house. One was an ensuite, so we didn't have access to that. One was there was like a downstairs one and upstairs one. I was downstairs, but the shower didn't work. The bath didn't work, and they all did fucking kayaking with UCD.
Oh, Christ.
Says enough.
I was
sue
like,
me.
Those people.
But they used to leave all their mouldy wetsuits and stuff in the bath, so there was moss growing.
No.
So I was like, I'm obviously not fucking showering here.
Yeah.
So I used the upstairs bathroom. She was like, McCade, I'd say, or definitely Lilith on Cade Shockton. Keen, come here. Can I just have a chat with you? Her name was. I don't even fucking care saying it. She was from Cavan. She was like, just. I noticed you were using the shower upstairs. Like, that's not really your shower. And I was like, what? And so this was all in one sitting. She was like, yeah, like, I just like, it's kind of my shower. Like, bear in mind, there was 11 of us in this house. Like, everyone was sharing fucking everything.
Sorry, it's given, will the lifeboats be seated according to class?
Then she was like, also like, do you have data on your phone? I was like, yeah. And she's like, do you mind using that instead of the Wi-Fi? Like, it's those my Wi-Fi. And I was like, I was like, and this is the first person I ever met from Cavan. I was like, oh my God, the stereotypes are true. But now all my closest friends came from a very different part of Cavan, but still Cavan. Anyway, and then so what I used to do to her, I used to like psychologically bully her. She was so particular about her press. So I used to go in and I just like move her honey like an inch. I moved like loads of things an inch to the right, and she used to comment on it the whole time. I'm like, that's really weird. Like it was wrecking her head, but she was pretending, she was kind of underplaying, and she was like, oh, that's weird. I think someone's in my press. I'm like, oh yeah, that must be weird. And I'd knock something over because it was like very like OCD
flowers, like.
And I was like, I'm happy to make her go fucking crazy until she moves out.
Oh my God.
How dare you tell me not to use the Wi-Fi I pay for?
Yeah.
Who the fuck do you think you are? Anyway.
Stunning. Wow.
What a start.
You're off to a fab start.
Well, like I think that's for everyone, but like everyone's lived with a lot of people.
He hasn't.
No. Well, I was going to say like 40 housemates. I feel
I know,
like
honestly, I should have added it up. I think more.
I feel like Tommy Bow, 10 siblings, 40 housemates. What the fuck? Like, Níl Alon, Tahi on le Comrade T, like, don't always saw Rivig, Bugga, and Wach. Be a sig right shomer le mid haar August, like, oh my God, we should go Hanish. Like, it was awful. our room is tiny. It was bunk beds. It was just grim, like really, really bad. And as the older we got, it got worse. But like, Vugme Mach nor the shocked me in it is Fidish. So like 20 fucking 7. Like, it was late. Like, August, like Tom Fos Chach Hana. So I'm still in the same house. I've only ever moved to one place.
Okay.
Coníim imime éinear inis, as you all know. Ach an céad bhliain chonig mé le bhuail amháin, shout out Johnny. Agus bhí sé anna jazz, Tom fós cardúil, like, you know.
You're going to say, there's an ach, I can hear an
Even
ach.
cúpla scéalta,
actually,
like,
right,
for
no.
Johnny.
Yeah, I actually love Johnny Spitz, right? And like, bug sé go hostral. No, so bug sé go hostral lena Colleen ag an now, August in our era, right? Rishid Suez thresh like cúpla me her there. So like they moved to Australia and
Johnny Book.
I don't actually I say cúpla me, it was probably cúpla Shockton to be honest, right? But my scale is massive. Now it's not actually, it's not as bad as what you've just said, but like it was bad, but it has a cute ending. I like a little positivity sandwich. So about like not very long after we moved in 2021. And I went to bed one night and he was out for a couple of drinks and he came back. I think we were maybe in the house 5 or 6 days, right? 6, 7. Right. And I was getting my COVID vaccine the next day, right? So I was kind of up the walls about it because
COVID coward.
So I was kind of up the walls about it. I was a bit nervous because, you know, it was a scary time and, you know, didn't really know what was going on. And, you know, you didn't know if it was going to work or not work or whatever. So went to bed and was like, had the appointment, was like up in fucking City West at like really early the next morning. So I had to be up at the lark to it and get it. So this is where King goes, oh, was it before midday, was it? But so I hear the door go at like 1 a.m. or something like that. And he's either been out on a date, right? And he brings this girl in. And you all been in my house, my bedroom, my bed is literally above the couch in the living room is the best way to put it, right? And I heard them on the couch talking downstairs, and then all of a sudden I hear, like, I'm not messing, this girl was putting in a performance for fucking Ireland. She was an American, typical Yank, loud, right? I mean, she sounded like a fucking fire alarm, right?
Seal.
And like, Johnny's a great guy, right? But like, I've seen him come out of the shower. It's not that big. I mean, like, she needs to cop the fuck on, right? I was lying there like part raging, right? Part being like, will she ever shut the fuck up? Like, I mean, you know, riding them on the couch, like 5 days into your tenancy, I feel like is a little bit, I mean, bad. But she was pissing me off more. And I was like, this is the worst. They were going at it for ages, right? And I mean, like this, it sounded like she was being put through the back wall of the gaff.
I'm sure she didn't stub her toe on the way to get to him and she was sitting on the floor wailing.
I was lying there raging. I remember texting one of the girls because I was lying there, like, I can't even, like, I didn't even believe what I'm about to tell you, right? And I was like, like I was raging, right? So the next morning I get up and I leave and I'm walking to the Lewis to go up to City West and I bump into him on the street and I just walked straight past him. I was raging, right? But I'd rushed out because I was running late that morning, so I'd left my room in a tip, right? Bed wasn't made, nothing. When I came back after my vaccine, he'd made my bed, tidied my room, right? And bought like a card and sweets and like a candle and put loads of stuff all over the bed. I was just like, really sorry. And I was like,
it sounds like when you piss off your
fella, like
you piss off your girlfriend with the missus.
Oh yeah, literally, yeah. But I was like, it was actually so cute. I remember because Olivia, friend of the pod who worked with him at the time, and I was going like, I'm gonna fucking kill him. And then I came back to the house and I was like, oh, and I sent her a photo and I was like, oh my God, I realized then I was like, I'm going to be very easy to get around as a partner because like you can piss me off and then just do something
And
like
just
that. And
come
I'm
back
like,
to you,
he's
yeah.
actually so sweet. But yeah, he moved to
Oh, he
Australia.
loves me and all.
I know
But
he
moved to
hates
Australia
me.
with his girlfriend, and like my hot take is that he didn't want to go, but like
I honestly, most couples that I know that went there broke up
immediately.
very
And I
quickly.
feel like it's like Australia is almost like an open relationship where like one person usually wants it more than
Yeah.
the other, and then the other person
Especially
just
on
goes with
Simul,
it to
yeah.
stay together. But then when they do it, they end up breaking up.
when they realize how isolated they are.
Yeah, grim.
Don't go to Australia.
Don't.
Go
Stay
to
here.
the comment section and leave us a 5-star review.
Please.
I actually found a notes app on my phone. I've lived with 46 people across 6 houses.
Jesus, lads.
Now that's across
insane.
10 years. 10 years.
So you moved out 10 years ago now when you were 20. Yeah.
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 I moved out when I was 20.
And can I see if you had?
Cúpla, like round Tallum Cúpla were like I've had a few lucky breaks with so like Bug me go Limerick, Le Stadarian of Sinulska Limni and Vume like Galore Corja, New Imichok and like Bemi Galup more like Hale Airfad our sale, like we're friends for life. Like
Yeah.
there's kind of 3 or 4 of us and we moved in together after that. But like there was either the Uchter down in our jock like in the first year, so there was 8 of us. So it was like a tight squeeze in one of those college houses.
Jesus Christ.
But then we moved in and there was only like 4 of us. And ever since that, I've only lived with like 4. But we made like in our Dara jock, like when we were in our second house in college, Pat was our landlord. Shout out, Pat. Lads, I'm going to say, Beidir Toshe Marv. But I don't know. But anyway, we found a press in Pat's house and there was loads of like old pairs of underwear.
Oh dear.
So,
Just underwear in the bag.
yeah, Cormid's Pat's jocks is what we call them. In our lava, like Gakia, like we'd be like,
Ew.
you'd throw some Pat's jocks
If
into.
someone said to me, I'd be mega fuming.
They were like these, do you know, like the real old briefs?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like the wife ones, like
Yeah.
yeah.
You just wake up and you be going to bed at night, lift up your pillow.
Oh
There's
my god,
Pat's
maybe
jocks.
he was secretly Captain Underpants, crime fighter by
He
night.
was a dose. He fucking used to walk in without a key and everything, just be in the kitchen. We'd be like, fuck.
That's the stuff that like I've been lucky enough with my landlord. I've only ever had one landlord, and she would not do that. Like the thing of like she texts, even if it's come over
come
to
on,
fix
woman in
something.
STEM.
Woman in STEM, yeah. But like this thing of like arriving. Sorry, if my landlord arrived and let herself into my house once, I would call the guards. Like what the hell? Like that is insanity to me that even happens. And she's great. She doesn't, and like in general, like if you ask her for stuff, she'll kind of sort it out relatively quick.
Yeah.
But like some of the stuff I hear from other people, I'm like, geez, I actually looked out.
Yeah.
Compared to like, and we're going to talk a little bit more about it later on. Living situations,
like
Jesus
the
Christ.
craziest housemates and all
Oh
that.
my God.
Like, but like, female kind to Limacordia, like, I'm shocked in Chicacha and like, Duart's Colleen one, like, come the tea, okay, like, oh, Kunti Kiri, and she used to like dry her tea bags out. She was
To
like,
reuse them.
yeah. She was like, we were all like struggling. The rent was high, but like she was fucking drying her tea bags out.
Now, lads, I'm not being bad, right? But
Oh,
like,
I'm like,
if
benefits
you-
Britain.
yeah, if you know, like a box of tea bag, you can get the
You
shitty
can get a
ones.
box of tea bags for 70 cents.
Yeah, they're shit ones. Like you
They're
can.
not like, but like,
Use 2.
yeah.
knock
yeah,
yourself out.
Girl.
But like, if you're at the point in your life where you're drying tea bags,
Oh,
move home.
Don't. Sorry. Moving out is the best thing ever, but
Yeah.
the rent is the hardest part.
Yeah.
I will say, like, okay, I'm just going to actually need to do a little
Soapbox.
acknowledgement here because I'm like, out of all the housemates that I've had that will listen to this,
Yeah.
I have to acknowledge publicly, I am not an easy person to live with. Like, I'm acting like,
Breaking news here at Head Stuff HQ. More as we have it.
he's become self-aware.
Oh Christ, it's become sentient.
M1, I was in Vime Machoni Rap Weenish. It was D-Rock and EE COVID, and I just started an NGA, and we were horny for nights out. Every weekend we went on a night out. So every weekend it was in my house, and every other weekend Ravo was in Andy's house. And I lived with 3 girls from Cavan who always went home every weekend. So I had the house to myself every weekend. It was class. Hookup central. I'd never get the house to myself anymore.
That's why he's not hooking up girls. You heard
It kind of is. I was like rushing around getting ready. Andy was coming over like an hour and a half early.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like quickly getting ready. I was making my dinner. All the candles were on. I was in my Crocs GA shorts and a vest. I'd just gotten out of the shower. I was like doing bits around the house. Ran out to my car to get something and didn't realise. But as I was leaving the house, my house key fell off my key ring. Oh, sorry, the oven was also on. It fell out and the door slammed behind me and I couldn't get back into the house. All the candles were burning. Andy was coming in an hour and a half. No one else was coming for 3 hours. And I was like, oh my God. The oven was on full blast and I couldn't get into the house. So I was like, bonusach. I had to, I had to wait for 3 hours for everyone to arrive because my phone was also in the house. The neighbours weren't home. So I was sitting on the porch with no stimulation for 3 hours.
Project Torch given like Final Destination.
It kind of was.
That's dramatic.
I was like, I can't contact anyone. I don't have a key. I can't get into my house. There's fire and candles everywhere. Because I was like, I need to stink out the house with nice scent for everyone to come over. Anyway, long story short, we had to go around it was like, it's a duplex, so it's a 2-story house on a 1-story house.
Yeah.
So we had to go around the back and like scale the building and smash in the window. Basically, it took us so long to get to that point. As we smashed into the window, everyone started arriving.
999, what's your emergency? There's a fat man in underwear breaking into my house.
It was so gay. There was like 3 of us at that point, and none of us were strong enough to break the window.
How many gays does it take to break into a gaff? Let us know in the comments.
But the butt itself, I'm like, I broke, but I will say, Andy and all the NJ lads organised behind my back. They didn't realise they basically just organised at pre-drinks a collection to replace
get
the
the
window.
window
And
fixed.
I was like,
Oh.
oh my God, Tasha
Yeah.
But I'm like, I've like let off a fire extinguisher in the kitchen when I was drunk before. Really, don't do that ever. It's like, you cannot clean. You need to get deep cleaners in. Like, it's blue, like this much of blue, like a few inches of blue dust.
Is it an actual one, was it?
Oh my God, it was. I've got a video, I'll show you later. But yeah, I'm just acknowledging I'm not an easy person to live with.
Yeah, well,
Or to make a podcast with.
Michelat. I think I'm bad as well. Like, there were me and my yacht, like on Bean Scotch in Blackrock. I was like never there.
That's the perfect housemate.
Yeah.
No, my housemate, this girl I live with was like, oh, you're never clean. You're never here to clean and all this. I'm like, but I'm not there making a mess.
The best part of I've had one housemate in my life, and the best part of him being a housemate was that he got a girl after he blamped that American girl. He took up with another girl and like they got into a relationship then. And he lived with her basically and just came home to do his washing like once a week.
That is ideal.
That's why I live on my own. I'll be 4 years in that house on my own this year because I got the first year I was basically on my own in the house and I got used to it. Sorry, the best housemate is one that's never there.
Me.
There you go. Sorted.
Come live with me,
So
Ciarán.
Cathal, yeah, that's what we'll do. No, you'd never leave me alone. That'd be the difference. You'd be like, what are we having for dinner?
I'd be coming through the wall.
I've dried out some tea bags for you, Carl. Make them yourself. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
This show is part of Headstuff Podcasts. Here's another show you might like.
Oh, hey there, folks. My name is Gavin McGahern.
And I'm Justine Stafford.
We got a little show called The Lovely Show, and it's a lovely little type of show.
And we are back, baby. Every Friday there'll be new episodes of The Lovely Show out so you can tune in and get it in your ear sockets.
I mean, it's light-hearted banter, basically. Let's say you're away from home. You're an immigrant in a different country and you miss Ireland. I think this would be an ideal show to just listen to our lovely Midlands dulcet tones.
Oh, beautiful. And you're back. Close your eyes.
Close your eyes and you're back.
home.
You're back in the Midlands.
Home soil.
Listening to a radio station where they should have really gotten rid of that DJ a long time ago.
And they're still doing a raffle every day for a lawnmower. New episode every Friday.
Okay. We know you're absolutely obsessed with us, so we have some more Gaylin coming to you every Friday. Yes, it is our brand new bonus episode, Gaylin XXL, available every week on headstuffpodcast.com.
Yes, every Friday we'll take you behind the scenes agus faoin blood. It's a sleepover with your gay besties, a kosher heart Iha, and of course you're invited for a small monthly subscription.
For as little as €5 per month plus VAT, you'll get ad-free access to every episode of Gaylin, Gaylin XXL, and all the podcasts on the Headstuff Network.
Yes, Gach Shockton will be your fairy godfathers, helping you with your weekly woes, keeping you up to date with our queer ear to the ground.
And the stuff we don't want our tissue to hear over on Maine.
Sign up now on headstuffpodcast.com.
Right, na ruddy is ashtí faoi renting. So, like, I was like, Colleen, na ruddy is ashtí faoi renting. And Gaydal she is in our Coney, like, the randomers, when you're living with randomers, like, that's one of the weirdest things. Like, you don't know them. It's kind of freaky. And they may become your friends for life. But just agreeing to live with people, I think that's so
Yeah,
weird.
the idea of it is actually quite
Like,
weird.
just
All these-
just walking into, like, a viewing and being like, oh, yeah, Kerkalore, like we're going to live together. Like that's kind of weird.
And the randomers bring, like I don't have a huge amount of experience with this, but like I've heard
Waking
a lot about,
up with some randomer on your couch.
yeah, or like a boyfriend or a girlfriend that also then just fucking lives in the house but doesn't pay rent, or like the housemates that bring their pets and that maybe that's not a thing. And there's just a lot of those things, that the stuff that comes with the person as opposed to then the person and their own attributes.
Yeah, there was an empty room in our house last year, and it was just like Dúirt Montgomery T, like, oh yeah, Johnny's coming to live with us. And I was like, who's Johnny? He was like, don't know, met him down the pub. Like, I was like, oh right, great, brilliant.
It's also so weird in that situation when you're trying to sell yourself to a house and you're like, I'm social, but I'm not a drinker, but I'm not sober. But it's like, I'm good crack, but I'm not overly crazy, but I'm not boring. And it's such a hard balance. It's so stressful.
I hate it.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot from people that I know. Knows fucking
standing in someone's kitchen being like, yeah, Tom, like, size, like,
yeah,
Kuhn,
like Olivia would say, because she had lived in a load of places, has lived in a load of places as well, and she, like, you're basically going on like first day / interview in the house with these two people that are looking you up and down to figure out if you're a fucking serial killer or if you're going to leave your jocks on the floor of the bathroom.
Yeah, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to pay €800 for this. Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
We actually, that's just unlocked a memory. When Luke came to view our house, he was like, so obviously me and Doc just chatted at him. I don't think Lally was even in the room. And Luke was
all
like,
of those people are Keane's housemates, by the way.
Sorry, yeah. Luke was like, oh yeah, like I'm a clean freak. Like I'm OCD. Like I go out and clean everyone. And our house is not clean. So I'm just like, I love that. I'm like, oh, Luke's our little clean freak.
Yeah. I'm like, the one thing, you'd have his work cut out for him in your gaff.
But
Cinderella.
Kieran, you've been doing some reaching out to our Ish story, haven't you?
Call me Rita Skeeter, because I have been the investigative journalist this week. So Quirmer post Reddit August Instagram freshen August lads Neil Shiv Reg Kirby. These are like, I got so many responses that I had to say, make a cup of coffee and like really delve through what were the best ones to put on. I think I've got 5 or 6 here, but there was 30 that I could have used. Like they're so bad.
So Michelle Keen, Neil is Quinn, we don't know.
We haven't heard them at all.
I normally I'm the one who brings these, so I'm so excited to blind react.
Yeah, these are absolutely
normally I'm does all the fucking work.
Yeah, he loves throwing a post up on Reddit and then letting everyone do the thinking for him. So, scale ahead. I was living with a family in Foxrock, paying already off to a bad start.
Oh my God, I forgot about digs. That is such a... Anyway, go on, digs.
This is what this is going to be. Kind of. So, living with a family in Foxrock, already off to a bad start, if you ask me. Paying $900 a month in 2018. The house rules: I was not allowed to have a key for my own private room. Was not allowed to cook after 6 p.m. Couldn't use or change the thermostat. They had a dog which was not trained, and one time ended up attacking me, almost bit my leg off, right? She, presumably the landlady and not the dog, would barge in my room, go through stuff when I was in college, found out because things would be moved from their original place. Couldn't have friends over if I wanted to, was constantly told to be out of the house, be in library, school, or just out elsewhere. Presumably this person was probably in UCD. When I decided to move out, she said I never paid her any deposit. Still think this is the landlady at this point, not the dog. Only by showing the email, and I was able to prove this to her. I went out to get some moving boxes on the day of moving out, and when I came back, she basically took all my clothes and everything out and put that on the bed. Went to the fridge to collect my food to realise she threw all that away. This was all done and managed by the landlady. The husband was chill. Right?
She definitely wasn't getting her bit. That husband was cheating on her.
Yeah.
The next one is
that's ringing a bell for me. That is so common. Those au pair, not au pair. The digs were all, and that was probably Monday to Friday as well.
Yeah, every digs-ish story that was there was all this thing of like fairly, I would say, grown up rent. Like, sorry, €900 in 2018 is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. But that's more than I pay now.
Yeah.
And co-croc Tarish, like shea clog, like you can't do that. That's so common.
But this shit of like, oh, by the way, you're going to pay rent, but you're not actually allowed to be here. Like, I'd rather commute, honestly. The next one, this is fucking ridiculous. I screamed laughed out loud at this one. Lived in a freezing house with 4 other lads in Galway back in the late 80s. We all chipped in and bought 2 bags of coal one Wednesday evening and emptied them in the coal bunker at the back. Friday evening came. I was upstairs in my room when I heard the sound of shoveling coming from the back. One of my housemates was going home for the weekend, and him and his brother were shoveling the coal from the bunker back into the bags. He told me it wouldn't be fair if we used the coal that he contributed towards while he was away, so he was taking it back with him for the weekend.
That does not surprise me. I know people. I live with people that would do that.
Every comment under this was like, I assume they were from Cavan.
It was the girl. Yeah, she was moving to my house.
It was a veg.
One of my uni housemates from my first degree became addicted to World of Warcraft. right? Then ate 4 microwave pizzas in a day before calling an ambulance because he had constipation. Right?
And I think it is for constipation a bit dramatic.
He then came into my room the day after to talk to me about his experience and show me the suppositories he had to take. They were surprisingly big.
4 oven pizzas. I feel like you could do that. I could do that easily.
Yeah,
In a day?
You definitely could. Yeah.
I could have a pizza and a half for dinner, a pizza for lunch, and half. Yeah, that's
The constipation thing was a bit full of. I suppose if you're sat playing World of Warcraft all day.
Oh
maybe
yeah, I've got a very active lifestyle.
That's what it probably is. Pizza in the microwave. Okay, a little bit more recent. During COVID, I lived with my 2 best friends. They both went to their family homes, and I was on my own for a few months. I had the gaff to myself. I shared the room with a guy who I would still do anything for, but he was a bit of a slob due to his home life. Mum died of cancer. Dad couldn't cook or clean because he was a thick farmer who didn't care if he lived in rat shit. After a few weeks on my own, I noticed my room had a smell. I tracked the smell to my roommate's bed. He had had a cup of tea at one stage before leaving. He took the tea bag out of the cup and put it on his bed sheets. He'd never cleaned the sheet or anything before going back home. A vibrant blue-grey mould had taken root in the tea bag. The smell was sickly sweet with a hint of vomit. Thin tendrils of grey...
This has to be a gay guy,
grey-blue growth
tendrils.
snaked away from the fuzzy pyramid, seeking to colonise the whole bed. Okay, Shakespeare.
Sorry, this is so poetic.
Honestly, yeah. Like, I tossed the sheets straight into the bin. This man is going to be the best man at my wedding.
Oh,
that's so cute.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's
Sorry,
a great
for a
one.
second I thought it was like in that moment he had that thought. You're saying now he's.
No,
I'm like,
yeah.
that's cute.
Yeah.
That's,
that's
close,
okay.
yeah.
Great. It's a great one. My old fat mate was a stingy cow.
full stop.
I'm sure.
Surach, I believe, is scabby or scab. Or just tight, like stingy. She used to wash cling film after using it to reuse it, right? She also used to wash dishes with the lights off. Despite the fact that our kitchen had no windows. So she'd be washing the dishes in the pitch dark. Right? When we had mice, I found her making a Looney Tunes style type trap consisting of peanut butter and several carefully arranged buckets. It did not work.
Tá scéal granver gum, so like they're absolutely fása. This is
bad.
kind of granver. So the cummer the tea Morgan is on him though, and like Arish, like we're still pals and will be for a very long time. But Vume Morgan are on Cade Law Limerick. So I met him on the first day of college and I was like in my GA gear and like I was like lad, this, that and the other.
Straight from tap dancing.
You're had them in the bag.
Why is Fred Astaire wearing a guy jersey?
Agus bhímar in Argoni Plassi, so I'm let's go Plassi. It's like loads of 8-person houses, like so close together, and like it's the best place.
The favelas of Limerick.
Yeah, literally, you stay classy in Plassi is the yoke. But Vicara Egg Morgan, Shane is on Doho. And vi Shane a Coney a Grudy like in Akala Plassi. So like he used to.
These are student accommodation names.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So he became basically our honorary housemate. Shane did.
Okay.
So he was like Shane was the 9th member of Plassi 25. August Darnoy hit me in Rawlesh. Mochaid Gra. I fell in love with Shane, but Shane is.
And I fell in love with him.
Shane's a straight man. But and yeah, we are still
Referee
friends.
Dahill, or was it just a weird
Yeah,
push?
yeah. Shane is on the hill and like kind of Buchaldona, like he's not a bad boy, but he's bowled like.
You're fond of an El Shane, aren't you?
And the gag is.
The gag is.
Spanner.
Okay. So Ihawan vi chuilegan in our talk in a sea and hulk. So picture this. August rinne me chasach. I coughed. August vi me ag cur reva anias le chasach. Phlegm came from the cough.
Oh.
Gross.
So the phlegm flew out of my mouth and out and landed on Shane's lap. Just like there, like on his kind of
On his
near
coat,
his
like,
crotch.
Yeah.
And everyone just paused and like, if you say it like so cute, like it was just like panic. I just reached over, grabbed the phlegm and slowly walked out of the room.
Oh gosh.
That is gross.
So Rime Machas the show down to my room and I was like, what am I going to do? And Yvonne, my housemate, just came down and was like, it's okay. He thinks it's funny. And then Shane came down and gave me a hug and we're still friends, but it was rotten. Safe to say he never fell in love with me, but
No. At least he
And
knows
I
you're a
fell in love with
squirter.
him.
Right, finding the best things about renting. The Narudi is Inti. Keen Lannert.
Yeah, to count on, and I think Kieran, I'm gonna throw it at you because I'm like, your housing situation is my worst nightmare. Agus may like Iha in a yeeg or Majin in a yeeg Iha mock. Like there's nothing better in my opinion than rotting Sashomer Sitcha with other people that you're really good friends with when you're all hungover and giddy. Like Joe, you described our episode Ella when you and the girls are in the hotel room on a hot.
Yeah.
Like that is what living with people is like on a hungover morning.
Yeah.
And it
All
is
the time.
fucking class. I remember Cúpla Vlino hen bhí mé imachoni Stadorgan. It was like I just started working and there was 5 of us and it was me, my gay friend Darren and 3 girls. And we had a massive rager on our first night. That was sounding so D4, didn't it? A massive
rager on our first night.
No, we had a massive house party and it was like a pre-drinks. The guards came because the neighbours called. Like we were living in real posh Dublin. But the next morning, our letting agent came to like evict us basically. And she was like, all the neighbours have been complaining. Like, as in like day one, we had it was outrageous party. All the neighbours were ringing the guards. The guards came and shut it down. Like and it was not that crazy.
Shut it down.
We were all singing "Praying" by Kesha on repeat. Like that's the vibe it was. No, it was still dirty. But anyway, the next morning, Claire comes in, our letting agent. She's like, what happened? Like, guys,
what happened?
You've been here a week. Also, actually, Siúnni Gwyn from Beo Reagan, she's like in RTE, she's one of the Gaeilge heads. She wrote me a fake reference saying that I was working. Like I was working for her.
Yeah.
She kind of made an internship for the summer sound more official than it was.
Okay,
so she didn't technically lie, but I made anyway. That's
that
how
you
it
had like post RTE.
Yeah, I had money.
Yeah.
Anyway, then we had to explain it. We were like, sorry, Claire, like me and Darren came out yesterday and we had to go on a coming out party. And like Darren in fairness, like turned on the waterworks and we were all like, because we were actually very stressed out.
Yeah.
Anyway, Claire was like, oh my God, boys. And gave us a hug and she's like, don't mind these neighbours. They're all just putting their nose where it doesn't belong. Don't mind them, I'll sort you out. Anyway, her name is Claire Connolly. She's Amy, sculpted with Amy's mom.
No way!
Yeah. Oh, I love her. She was like, Claire Connolly was... I just love her. She really looked after us in that house because we were terrorizers.
Well, Claire, your sound and your daughter makes unreal makeup, so
Darren
my ship
snaps for sculpted.
She was like our mammy.
She was like,
oh. But yeah, I'm like, yeah. But honestly, like some of the best memories I've had in my life are just like, I don't know if I can say this, kind of like stimming hour. And me and Luke kind of do it now.
Yeah.
Like half an hour before bed, we just get unhinged.
Yeah.
And it's like, then we both go and lie in our beds.
It's
and
just
like,
on the landing
are
and
you
you're like...
liars?
I think because my job and just my day-to-day life, I see so many people and I'm around so many people. Just there's so much going on that like when I come home, like tasting my anarchus.
Yeah.
I
Decompress.
I need like to be able to just kind of not talk. Like when I close my door at night, that's the last person I'm going to see until I open that door again. And that kind of allows me just to fully, because like I'm a big
Except for the
personality.
Deliveroo driver about 10 minutes later and then the Just Eat driver about 20 minutes after that.
That's enough for me now. But like I'm obviously a big personality in like out and around people, and like it's a performance of sorts. Like you're on all day,
but
you know. And when
I don't
come
think
home,
you're a big personality.
fuck off.
Just a big person.
But when I come home, I'm like, I just need to be able to just sit and just
jazz, yeah.
like count my chins and watch TikTok, you know. And it's like, it's so nice to be able to do that. Like like especially now as I'm getting older, hangovers and stuff are getting worse. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'd be if like I came downstairs and the house was in a tip and there was 3 people on the couch, and I need to be able to get over. Like I love it. You know this whole trend of like slow mornings on TikTok. I've been doing that for years, baby. I'm like every morning is a slow morning. Like people get up and they're like slow morning, and they like make up a coffee, have their breakfast, and go to the gym, and they don't start their day with, you know, a lot of people start their day with work or with school.
Yeah.
This is you start your day. Like work is kind of comes a little bit later on, but I'm like that. I need that every day.
Yeah.
Like I need to. It takes me a while to warm up so that I can be at like 100 when I meet the first person. Like most people that meet me are like, oh my God, you're always so full of energy. You're really positive. Blah blah blah. That's because I've taken 4 hours of prep time.
Yeah, but this didn't like nerves block you. You're like independent. You like doing things alone and like focusing on things.
Which is good because
Yeah. You are. But
I work for myself. I live for myself. I'm single.
You sleep by
If
yourself.
anyone's listening, I sleep by myself. And it's like, you do kind of, I like it. I like little, like when I said in the other episode, I like the, you know, when we're on a girls' trip and everyone comes in and we're like looking at TikToks the next day, videos, and we're having the crack. But I like that in small doses.
Okay, yeah. Cabin actually like size Bronock for me. Like I'd be like a bit lonely. I'd be like, oh, this is sad coming home and nobody there.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
You're never going to be in your 20s living with your pals again.
Well, neither of us are in our 20s.
no, girl.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I think I actually look back with it.
Well, I
the
actually have
wonderful-
20s and 30s. So like,
Germany,
But it's
like,
because me,
the
like,
nostalgia is so nice.
I'm off here, so like I'm 10 minutes away from my parents' house, and all of my friends, like
They're your housemates.
like I see people, I see you guys like 5 days a week. I see, you know, we play football 3 days a week. I see my girls. Like, there's not a day that goes by when I don't engage with at least 10 people.
Yeah.
So I don't have the, like, people are like, oh, it's not lonely living at home. I'm like, I don't really get the time to be lonely. Like, it's you know, I come home and I shower, sleep and eat and go to bed.
Tatu toos to truchadi. You've got plenty of time to feel lonely later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly. But my ruddest auntie is definitely just in general on serious shit, like the freedom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like living at home.
Like inertia.
Yeah. Seriously, Ronan.
Sorry, it's Saoirse.
Seriously,
like an earshot.
Yeah. Bailey makes say like Sarah Nashka, like living at home, like it's cheaper or it's free or whatever it might be, depending. Och, Imahurum, and I've always said this, Ekin to let the Miarhanche. Like you pay with your mental health.
Absolutely.
You live at home. And if it's possible, my Tatu explain if we like bug at Mark, if you're thinking of moving out,
Do it.
Dana,
Oh, yeah.
ni vet a fallet, like, or you know, like, or tree, like, you just won't, like, it's expensive, it's road cost to suck, especially in Block Day,
Yeah.
but like, you'll figure it out.
You will. Money comes and goes, but those fucking memories, they stay around. Murder Keen, like, your top posts, I mean, like, when you're hungover, they're the best memories, like, or when
Good
you're
fun, yeah, take sleep over.
I don't know. This is kind of probably bringing a bit of a negative spin on it, but like the nostalgia of that is like, because like so many of my friends are moving on to the next stage of their life. People are getting married, people are having kids. I'm like, I remember with a lot of my friends that I've lived with recently, we've been like, oh my God, this is the last time we're ever all going to get to live together.
Yeah.
Because we lived together for a bit during college, then we took a break for COVID, and then we went back together. And it is like the best memories I have.
Imagine like moving out and living with your like partner on your own. That's the part that scares me because I've never really shared a bed with anyone.
I don't
And like
think I'd
done
share
that.
bed. I think I have separate. I think we should have separate beds.
I think we
Me
spoke
too.
No, well, yes. Well, yes.
separate rooms, separate streets. I did, but
Separate countries.
I think we spoke of this before in another episode about like, and I brought up. I was saying like I could see like the separate bed. Well, it definitely like separate beds or separate. Actually, separate rooms would be great. That wouldn't bother me at all. Where like if it was a 2-bedroom house and like we took turns.
Yeah.
different
Some nights,
house.
yes, cuddles
Yeah.
galore. But
Yeah, cuddles and then fuck off.
Guys come like galore, like, Dini, like, who sleep separately. Like, they're just,
Yeah.
it's
I
their
think-
body clock. Like, it's níos
Dana
teen
Kenny's
to
not cute.
Eggenham Shin.
I
Like,
think it's scientifically like been studied, and it's niece stauntula
Yeah.
for relationships.
It'd have to be, yeah.
Because like think about like say for example if we were dating that like I'm up at 6:30 in the morning tomorrow. You're up at what 2
Yeah.
p.m. like that. Like I said, like it would be raging.
Yeah.
I'd be raging if
Well,
I was been woken
and
up.
I'd be vomiting all night because I'd be dating you.
you'd be like a man on World of Warcraft with constipation again after eating 4 pizzas.
I'd forget and roll over the middle of the night and see him lying there and go. But it's like, it's grim, that idea of like sharing a bed with someone forever.
Go
Like,
on, I'm
I'm
like,
not into. Go on.
Laba Rovor. Like, I want a massive
yeah,
bed.
California King.
Like, stay on the other side.
A California king for that crumbling queen.
Like I want to be able to roll over 3 times and still not touch you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Or
where-
not hear you.
But
Yeah.
the
Stay over there and ride your other fella.
Fat Joe coming, everybody.
But the forklift to roll you over is going to ruin the feng shui.
Do you remember that? What film was that? Was I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry? My baby, and they're like, it's like a 50-stone fella in the bed.
Gargalore, and this time for me 5 fuckle. Damarud Egorev Shif Korla Hort the Queenie Mother Renting. If you were to give our listeners one piece of advice to slay renting, what would it be? Lanarth Achiron.
Na be the hurach. Don't be a scab. Don't be drying your tea bags on the fucking rad. And just in general, like, be
That poor
generous.
girl.
I find, like, again, I don't have a huge amount of experience with this, but I have loads of friends who have rented and have told me different stories. And even the stories I was reading from Reddit and Instagram, it can get, like, be generous with the people that you're living with. Obviously, don't get taken advantage of, but, like, don't get granular about cooking or if there's things gone missing in the fridge, or be a bit generous, and hopefully you'll find people will be generous to you in return. But be a good housemate, and
In team,
you'll hopefully get a good housemate in return. And if you don't, bully them out like Keane did. Moving tins of honey.
That was kind of funny.
Well, I have a kind of a story that I'm not going to go into, but I think we should explore in the bonus. One of my current housemates had a fake going away, like moving thing. He pretended they were getting evicted. 3 of them agreed to do a fake moving out to get rid of one of their housemates. And that housemate then found out.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that in the bonus another time. But my 5 focal, I've only got 3. Buin Sultas. Enjoy it. Like, go hire him, I'll talk to you about the cardia. Some of the best friends I have came from living with them. And now, I like my housing situation now, but I wouldn't be as close to all 3 as I have been to past housemates. And I'm like, God, I had it so easy.
You learn so much about yourself living on your own, or living out of home. And I even find, I normally for Christmas, I go, when I say I go home, people move home for Christmas, I go 10 minutes up the road and I stay with my parents for 3 days. I immediately regress back into a Dagor. And it's because your meal times are decided by someone else. Even your bedtime is nearly decided by somebody else. It's completely just it's crazy how much it changes you. And it's only when I get back to my own house then I'm like, Jesus Christ, I was like that at home, and I'd probably still be like that at home. So if it at all, if it's a financial possibility for you to move out or to share or to rent, even give it a go, do it for a couple of years. You'll be so glad you did it. I think as well, moving from your family home straight into with your partner for life, I think you have to rent beforehand.
Yeah, my mum always
says
says
skill.
Yeah, my mum says it. If you want to know me, come live with me. And Aaron my 5 focal, amach as tachta hishmahori. I have worked in Dublin for 6 years now, and I only moved Gav Lino hin. So it was the best thing I ever did. It's Graulam, Mohishmori, I love them, but Jesus Christ, moving out, the independence is
I think it changes Ahrin Shay, your relationship, your college le the Hishmahori.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because now I feel like when I'm talking to them, from the moment I've moved out, I really feel like an adult talking to them. Whereas I think when you're at home, I was 27 when I moved out, and right up to that moment, it just never felt I feel like an equal talking to them now.
Yeah.
About house stuff or grown up stuff. But I definitely think it changed your relationship with them. And also, you just kind of don't if there's things that you don't agree with or things that you're not happy with, or there's I can just go home. I can be all right, go on, I'll see you later. If they're wrecking my head, I can leave.
I don't have to go home.
And I love them to bits, and they're going to listen to this and give out to me. But I love them to bits, but I love being able to go, okay, see yous. Bye.
It's great.
On.
Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely does. So do it for yourself. Dana.
Right, that's it. Sinead for this week's ep of Galen. Nádin Dermot. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at Galen Podcast. And don't forget to head over and say hello. We love the attention. Gur Mila Ma August for listening. Tosulagun Gur Vin Shiv Tatnavos. August Fekfamid Shiv on Shaktan Hugget on headstuffpodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget, Galen XXL is out every Friday. Whoop, whoop. Slán.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Head Stuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.